standing of the stock in the stock market and all, and just kind of get a general feel of the sentiments around the stock. Today we're going to be looking at Microsoft, one of the big guns in the Nasdaq. Um, while Microsoft is reporting tomorrow, this is just a general analysis. This doesn't actually show the trend, daily trend. It's more of a long-term trend analysis of how Microsoft has been doing. All right, let's get to it. Okay, this is the weekly chart. Let's go ahead and pull up the 6 months view of Microsoft. I'm going to click apply. Yeah, yeah. Um, so far the trend seems to be in an upward position. There've been some good buy positions, like March 13th and April 14th. This is where I would want to buy, and this is May 24th. There've been some good buys. While I wouldn't really call this like a good trend line from June 5th upwards, it's kind of been flatlining. Um, I think in general it's still an upward trend, and it's something to look at. While they've been doing well for the past 6 months, let's go in and see what they have as revenue. From 2018 to date, they've increased their revenue quarter over quarter by about 7%, which is it's awesome for a big company of that size. Um, let's look at the last 2 years or the last year and a half. Um, yeah, revenue quarter over quarter have gone up by 34%. So it kind of shows they had a strong um, total revenue for the last year, and that revenue over your net income has kind of been consistent. They had a little drop of about 900. Sorry, this is 17 billion, so 16 billion. So they had a revenue drop of about $1 billion for Q4, and then Q3, yeah, they made that up. Q3 had a revenue of 18, a net income of 18 billion, 18.2 billion, which I think it's kind of moving a slow but steady trend. Um, Out of that, let's look at some of their capital expenditures. Capital expenditure for 2023 is 66 billion. That's 6 billion. Let's compare that to first quarter of last year. That would be 53 billion. So capital expenditures have gone up, spiked, while so it's 2022. So this is 2022. I'm looking for first quarter. Let me just make sure it's right. Yep, first quarter. Oh, yeah, that's it. Capital expenditure of 97 billion for 2022 first quarter, as compared to 2023 first quarter capital expenditure of 66 billion. So yeah, that is a huge drop in capital expenditure, and yeah, that could also be attributed to the layoffs that that's been going on in the tech industry and so on. Yeah, I've got quite a few, you know, got 6 billion in research and development, which is one of the indicators I like to see. And yep, so far, year over year, I think nothing's, I mean, there's nothing negative about the trend, but it's moving in a slow and steady pace. Um, if we go over to profit or loss, yeah, this is a steady trend. They had a slight drop for 2022, 67 billion as compared to 71 billion, and for 2023 first quarter 18 billion. So if this follows suit with what we've been seeing, they could be on track to surpassing their last year profit, which would actually be a good sentiment. For cash flows, we have cash flows from what we could see in the chart. First quarters they've always had good cash flows for the first quarter for the past a year or two. So for 2023 first quarter, yeah, we had some good operating cash flows. And like I said, this might also be due to the layoffs. And yeah, we'll see what happens next when we get to report tomorrow. Basically, the news sentiments for Microsoft for Q3 have been more bullish and neutral than bearish. And while this really doesn't indicate how the earnings are going to play out, but yeah, I feel in the long term this is a positive overview or analysis into Microsoft. Yeah, so far revenue over income has been steady a little bit, and yeah, I think Microsoft, I would give Microsoft a green for a long-term investment. They're a good company and have some good steady growth, which year over year. If you like this analysis or you have any KPI you would like us to include in this analysis, please drop your comments below and give this analysis a thumbs up. You could also subscribe so you get my other analysis. We're going to be doing more analysis, in-depth analysis on other stocks, and kind of educating ourselves on what the trend in the market and the stocks are going. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you some other time.